Hello, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a GIF image in Photoshop Elements. I'd suggest that you have Photoshop or Photoshop Elements opened up, and that way it'll make it a lot easier for you to follow along. So, we'll go on down here and open up Photoshop Elements, and we'll click File, New, Blank File, and we want the preset to be default Photoshop element size, we want the background to be white, and we'll hit OK. Now when we have this background, we'll drag it down to the little copy icon, and we'll get rid of that locked one. And then when you make a GIF image, you have frames, so we're going to have about 5 frames in this one. This is going to be an extremely simple one, but that's great for a tutorial. It'll get the ball rolling. So go ahead and make 5 copies of this image. 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now go to File and New, Blank File, same as before, hit OK. And on this new one, let's color it in. Whatever color you want is fine. I could have just used the paint bucket, but oh well. Then we'll go over here to our little cookie cutter, and we'll choose, I guess you could choose any animal here, but I'm gonna go with the snail. And we'll click and drag, let go. And then we're gonna come over here to the little rectangle marquee tool. We're gonna encompass the whole snail with that. Let go, hit Control C to copy it. Then go back to our first set of images by double clicking on them. And we're on the first one. We're gonna click on it and hit Control V. Now this is showing up as a separate layer, so I'm going to want to make a few copies of it. Exactly 5, because we have 5 of those blank slides. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to copy one more, so we've got 5. Okay, so now we've got 5 snails and 5 slides. So we're going to take our first snail, and let's hit the eyeballs on all the rest of this stuff, except for the stuff that we're using. That makes it a lot less confusing in the end. So we're just going to hit the eyeballs on all the stuff that we're not going to be using. We're only going to be using one of the white background slides and one of the snail copies. So now I've got this snail, and we can move them around. Let's move them about to right here. And once you're happy with the position of the snail, you can hit and hold down Control, right click, and hit the merge down option. So now that snail is now part of that slide. So let's hit the eyeball on that, and then hit the eyeball on our next snail and our next slide. And we're going to want to move this snail a little bit forward of what the other one, where the other guy was. So how about right there? And we can look at the original, see the original's right behind him by hitting that eyeball. And I'm going to move this down so it's right on top of the layer that I was just using. Gonna hit Control and hold it down, right click, and merge that layer down. So see, that's our basic 2 slides. We'll go to our next, we'll hit the eyeballs on these ones. We'll go to our next ones, hit an eyeball on a white slide and an eyeball on a snail, and we'll drag the snail that we're using down in front of the white slide that we're using. We'll move it just a little bit in front of the last one, about right there, and we'll hit and hold Control, right click, merge down, and now we'll see what our basic movement's looking like. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll do the same thing. We'll hit the eyeball on the snail we're going to use, go down to the blank image that we're going to use, drag the snail down in front of the image, the blank image, pull it in front of where we want it to go, hit and hold control, right click, merge down. I'm just going over everything. I hope it doesn't get too annoying. We'll hit the eyeball on that so we don't see it. And rinse and repeat. Go up there, drag it down. So now it's right in front, and we'll move this snail off the slide. So he's starting to head off the slide. Hit and hold control, right click, and merge that down. So now we've got all these little images that show the progression of this snail. Now we could like add grass, like add a bird in the background and add like a sun moving across with like mountains and stuff, but I'm just going to keep this really simple. So let's just do a quick run through and see the snail's movement. Okay, so that looks to be pretty good. So make sure that there are no eyeballs selected on any of your slides. Then head on up to the top slide that we made, the first one, hit the eyeball, go on up to File, and hit Save As. And we're going to want to save it to our desktop so it's really easy to find. Go ahead and save it as a JPEG file. And our file name is going to be 1. Okay, just save it as 1. And we'll save it at the maximum file size. Then we're going to go ahead and click the eyeball off that first one, go to our second one, hit the eyeball, make sure that's selected, hit File, Save As, desktop is the location, JPEG is the file format, and we're going to call this one number 2. We're going to save it, click the eyeball off, go down to the next one, make sure it's selected, and you're basically going to do this for the rest of them. Now, why I'm numbering these is so that when I go to upload them to my GIF creator, because Photoshop's GIF creator is just, you really have to mess around with it to get it just right. You have to like reduce the image quality and a whole bunch of other garbage, and it's just really annoying. I use this online website that I found. It's called, I'll just show you it later. It's like Picassion, Picasian or something, and it automatically strings all your images together into a nice smooth animation, and you can even choose the speed and the size of your image. So I'm almost done here with this. I'm on the last one. File, Save As, slide number 5, format JPEG, to desktop. So now everything is saved. So here we've got all these little files. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to open up our Internet Explorer. Now, I'll have the link for this website down in the description, so you don't need to worry about this. I'm just going to Google Picassion. Picasian, create GIF animations online. So we're going to hit on that one. Oop, gotta click that. Now, you can have up to 10 slides in your image. We only have 5, so we're going to add 1, 2 more. Now, we're going to hit the Browse button on the first one. We're going to go to our desktop, scroll down until we find 1, double click, hit Browse on the second one, scroll down until we find 2. You want to put these in order. Browse, scroll down, find 3, double click, browse, scroll down, find 4, double click, and browse, scroll down, and 5, and double click. So now we've got all of our files uploaded. Well, not uploaded yet, but we've got them ready for upload. And now we can go choose the size and the speed. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to make it a big file so that you can see it on the video. and the speed I'm gonna make fast. So now after we've got our size and our speed input in there, we're gonna go down to this little button called Create Animation. We'll click on that, and after we click on that, it starts uploading our pictures, and you only have to wait not very long, it seems, because that was only a 5-picture one. So see, there's our basic little animation there. So that's kind of cute, and well, I hope this helped you, and this was just a very simple GIF image, and you can probably create really, really awesome ones, and well, just thanks for watching this.